Hello, all my Virgos. I'm getting ready to do the Virgo reading for the week of December 16th through the 22nd. I'm getting ready to do the reading for Virgos, December 16th through the 22nd. Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo? Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo? December 16th through the 22nd. Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, December 16th through the 22nd? Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo, December 16th, 22nd? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Oh, my face started itching. I must have to stop there. All right, Virgo. So this month, you're coming out of isolation. You're coming out of loneliness. You're coming out of distraction. So maybe, Virgo, you took some time to yourself to get yourself together. You were isolated. You felt lonely during this time, but I see you coming out of it. And you were bored and kind of depressed and stuck in the moment. You had a lot of hidden enemies and a lot of blocks. But I see that this time alone is bringing in new love and a new beginning. So, Virgos, I don't know who you guys are dealing with, but I see Scorpio here. And of course, you guys came up in the reverse position, and you guys represent the Hermit. You got 3 cards here, and all of them are major arcanas, meaning that this situation is out of your control. Whatever you had to sit down for and whatever was meant to happen needed to happen. Whatever that was that made you sit your ass down, Virgo, it was meant to make you sit down. All your major arcanas came up in the reverse position. So now it's time to turn them in the upright position. So I see, Virgo, you lost some things too. You suffered a couple of losses. And this doesn't mean actual death, but I see this as more of materialistic items, maybe homes, maybe cars and that type of thing. But you're coming out of it. You're trying to create a new beginning. So now you're taking the action, or you need to take action to make this happen. You've been sitting idle and stuck way too long. So now you need to take action and create your new beginning with whoever this loyal person is, this loyal, honest, captivating person to you. Whoever that person is in your life, Virgo, you need to get with them and create. It doesn't always have to be a love thing. It could be a work thing. It could be where maybe you had some bad luck in your work life, and now that you're coming out of that bad area because you isolated yourself, you surrounded yourself with nothingness so you could figure out what it was within you that you needed to change. Now that you're starting to figure out what that is, continue to do that work. But now it's time to put in action. You can't stay stuck, and you can't stay by yourself, and you can't not just do nothing. I mean, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you want something, get off your ass and create it. It's saying that you have all the tools. You're not using your intuition. That's why you can't create the way you want to. You isolated yourself till you started looking at yourself and you done sent yourself into a depression state, and you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there, Virgo. This is you by any means. You don't have to be there. Maybe you need to take a drink. Sometimes we all do. Hey, hell, I do from time to time. But Virgo, maybe you need to sit down, take a drink, and loosen up a little bit. It's showing you're being rigid and inflexible and harsh. The only reason why you would come off that way is because you done isolated yourself so much that you think people come off that way to you. So you have no reason but to come off that way to them. But you can't come off as rigid and flexible and harsh and think you about to get a new beginning or a new person to go along with it. You gonna scare them all off. They gonna run for the high heels, and who the fuck would blame them? Seriously, who could blame somebody? If you want to be rigid and you want to be harsh and you want to isolate yourself and you want to be lonely and depressed, keep those emotions to yourself. Those aren't things that you want to carry over into your relationships. And these aren't things that you want to carry around, period. And not necessarily keep them to yourself, but you need to release them. You need to release those energies. You need to say a mantra every morning that you get up and keep repeating it every day. And I'm not telling you to go find one on Facebook or go on the internet and look up one. I'm talking about one specifically for you, something that means something to you, something that motivates you every day to take some action. You closed out one cycle and you can't start the other until you get rid of the baggage that you're carrying. And I see this as all baggage, and most of it's emotional. But you do know it. You know that you can be fair, and you know that you can be honest, and you know that you can be truthful, and you also know that your intuition is going to take care of you. So, in knowing that, what's the point of isolating yourself? And knowing that, what's the point of going into a depression state? And knowing that, why be rigid, harsh, and inflexible? Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So if it's not you, Virgo, maybe it's someone around you, someone you know. Maybe you isolated yourself because you had feelings for somebody, and this you literally had a dick in your hands, if so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somehow or another that relationship came to an end. It was toxic. He had a hidden agenda. He, she, whatever. They had a hidden agenda. And even though you were trying to create with them and have this new beginning and start, it's like, I'm bored now. I don't even want it. And you send them about their way. You send them about their way. But this situation is calling for you to have trust and be fair and be honest with yourself and the person too as well. Well, let's do some clarifiers, see what we come up with, see if we can get a better outcome for Virgo. Because what do you guys have going on? Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo for the week of December 16th through the 22nd? Help me clarify the High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Death card, all reversals. Spirit, what are the messages for Virgo? Help me clarify for them. Help me clarify. What exactly is this High Priestess, Hermit, and Death card in a line? What does it mean? Yeah, this got to do with your money. This is a work situation or a money situation. And it kind of spilled over into your love life. And I get the feeling you feel like if work ain't right, your money ain't right, and love ain't right either. I don't know, Virgo, what y'all got going on? Can't just cut off everybody because one thing in your life ain't going right. I see you taking the swords out your back, though. I see you trying to move on. Maybe you need a spiritual cleansing. Because this is the type of energy, it feels like you've been through it and you've been going through it for a while, but you're so ready for it to end and it's lingering and you just don't know how to release it at all. What is it that Virgo needs to know? What are the messages for Virgo? What are you confused about, Virgo? What are you stuck on? What are you confused about? It shouldn't be no confusion at this point. You know what you need to do. Take action. You can't get confused and sit in a situation and think you're going to gain everything by sitting there. Do the work. Do the work. That's all I hear, Virgo, is do the work. Obviously, somebody wants you to do the work. Yep. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. What's holding you back, Virgo? What's stopping you from moving on? You take all that shit that you just went through, all that baggage, and you packing your shit and you moving on. But what is stopping you? What are you afraid of? Hell, the bad shit done happened. What more do you think is going to happen? You got new love coming in if you can move on. Gracious. Come on, Virgo, get it together. Come on out that confusion. Come right on out of it. You got you a little honey waiting on you. I don't know if you don't scare him off first, though, because your little honey think you're a little bit crazy. And just because you stuck in your ways don't mean nobody else got to be. Lose the attitude. I heard that too. Lose the attitude. Everything ain't going to go your way. That is no reason for you to get stuck, Virgo. Just because things aren't going your way, that is no reason for you to get stuck, Virgo. And it's no reason to become inflexible, acting like you can't do this or you can't do that, or you just don't know how to do this or don't know how to do that. That's not the way to go about it, Virgo. It's not. And you know it. Well, thanks you guys for tuning in. As always, let me know what you like, dislike. Let me know how I can help. Hop in the comments. Uh, let me know what's going on. Let me know if it resonated. Let me know if I can do anything for you guys. If you need readings, you can look me up on Facebook. Slim Goddess, the bartender on Facebook. All my prices are there. And you can book me through there. You guys have a great night, and I enjoyed you. And thanks.